Alright, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good, and welcome to Basketball Trading Room. I'm Nick, and today we will be looking at my top 5 sleeper ads for this week. And when I say sleepers, I mean sleepers. I know we have guys like Quinn Grimes, we have guys like Najee Marshall who have been shooting up fantasy boards, rightfully so. And if you can get those guys, please do get them. But I'm gonna give y'all some names that are almost guaranteed to be available in your leagues. So let's get into the list. Okay, so first we have Bona of the Philadelphia 76ers. There's a couple things I believe trending the right way for Bona. He's only averaged 3 points and 3 rebounds this season, mostly because he's only getting 11 minutes a night. But of course, with the injury to Joel Embiid, he gets a little bit of a minutes boost there. But in his last 2 games, Andre Drummond has been dealing with a sickness. So on Sunday, he played a career high 31 minutes and had a monster 14 point, 14 rebound double-double with 5 blocks. Then got 22 minutes the next game, and he had 12 rebounds and a block. Bona has only played over 20 minutes 3 times this season, and in all of those, he scored in double figures. Drummond has missed the last 2 games and is listed as questionable to play in their next game, but I think with the direction that Philly is going in and how good Bona is playing, even if Drummond comes back, I think Nick Nurse will have a minutes increase for Bona. And also, if Drummond comes back, somebody being out 2 games from an illness, he may not play the significant minutes he was playing before he was hurt. They might try to ease him in slowly, so I think that helps Bona's case also. Bona, as you can see, is only rostered in 13% of leagues, and all of that has been very recently as people have been adding them, so make sure you can get him also. Next is Dallas Mavericks guard Brandon Williams. Mostly the same sentiment as the 76ers, as the Mavericks have just been killed with injuries this season. Williams has gotten a much bigger opportunity lately due to the injuries of Kyrie Irving and backup Jaden Hardy. In his last 5 games, Williams is averaging 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and is still shooting 54% from the field. Williams jumped onto the fantasy scene with an insane 31.5 rebound and 6 assists outing versus the Grizzlies a few days ago. A big reason why I like the add of Williams is because of opportunity. Kyrie isn't coming back this season, and I don't think Jaden Hardy is either, so his minutes will be there regardless of performance, but he has also shown that he can play in this league, so when you combine the two, I think we got a good one. Williams is only registered in 20% of leagues, so make sure you take advantage of this opportunity. Next up is Keyshawn George of the Washington Wizards. George, unlike the first 2 guys, has played consistent minutes all season and has 28 starts under his belt. He's been averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists this season, but has found his stride lately. Now he's been starting consistently since the Wizards traded Kyle Kuzma to the Milwaukee Bucks, but specifically in his last 5 games, he's averaged 12.6 rebounds, 3 assists, and the defensive playmaker has been the most important part to me. Over this stretch, he's averaged 2 blocks and a steal, highlighted by a 5-block performance versus the Toronto Raptors. George has been averaging 31.2 minutes in his last 5 games with an average of 33.6 fantasy points per game in that span. George is ranked just outside the top 50 in the last 7 days, but is still only rostered in 25% of leagues, so make sure you pick him up. Next is another rookie big man, and it's Kyle Filipowski of the Utah Jazz. Filipowski, like George, has been a rotational piece this season, having played 55 games. He's averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists in 20 minutes a contest, but has been really good as of late. His minutes have jumped up to 25 in the last 5 games, and he's been averaging 19 points and 7 rebounds in that span. He has scored 20 plus points in 3 of his last 5 games and has an average of 44.4 fantasy points a night in that span. Furthermore, Filipowski has skyrocketed up ranking boards the last 7 days as he sits in the top 30 of fantasy players for the last week. The way that he is playing will warrant even more playing time as the Jazz look to develop their young talent going into the offseason, and Filipowski is still rostered in only 36% of leagues, so make sure you can take care of that. Last but not least, we have Pelicans big Carlo Makovic. Carlo has only played 28 games this season, and most of which have come very recently. He's played consistent minutes in the Pelicans' last 20 games and has looked quite good. In his last 10 games, he's been averaging 10.6 rebounds and a block in 22 minutes a contest. Carlo has had some really effective games and finds himself ranked inside the top 50 of fantasy players last week. He's had 3 straight 40-plus point fantasy nights and is only rostered in 15% of leagues, with half of that coming very recently, so you could very well catch a player that's on the monster hot streak right now and reap the benefits. But that is the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe. If you like the ads in this video, please leave a comment. If you think there's somebody that we missed, please leave a comment, but we will see you in the next video. This is Nick. Peace.